in. Show me the all damn day. Stay at home all damn day. Bumped in. Show me the all damn day. Bumped in. Show me the all damn day. Stay at home all damn day.
What is up, everyone? Hey, we're up and running. How about that? William Stewart, Nick the Sheriff, Filthy Assassin, Darts, Throwdown. Happy to be here for it once again. Big shout out to Spectrum for hopefully giving us some continuous internet today.
Yeah, we got to thank Spectrum. Spectrum Business. No.
Spectrum to that one guy that came. I think that they were actually out here in the wee hours in the morning trying to solve an issue here. So, well, let's get right to it, Nick. We've got a very, very unique format here for this invitational tournament. What do we got here?
Yeah, so we're going to be playing darts.
Darts and darts accessories.
So this is going to be the finale event here, the Invitational Championship. Winner-take-all single elimination format here with 4 people on a team, 8 players per board here. Right now you're seeing team number 1 take on team number 8 here with Alex Spellman, Mike G, Carrie Ann, and JoJo against team 8, Robbie Wizkid, Harold, Vanessa, and Jesse here. It's going to be a best of 7. It's going to be 301. 701, split bowl, true double out. And on top of that, women must start on the player 1 and 2 score lines for the respective teams with 4 players total. So 3 games of that, alternating start. Then into team cricket, so both players must close out the score. And then after that, you got to go on to 3 more games of 701. So it should be quite the battle here.
Yeah, definitely an interesting format. Going to be a little bit difficult to give you a score line per se with they don't really have a team name. It's team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, team 5, and so on and so forth. So
yeah,
that makes it a little bit more difficult on you, but we'll try our best to keep you updated as we go. Well, how about this young man? Haven't seen him yet this weekend, and all of a sudden he's here.
Yeah, rocking a little bit of the military brat buzz cut. I love it for a Robbie Wizkid.
Is that chest hair? What is that he's got going
He's
on
starting to
there?
get some. The Wizkid is becoming the Wiz man.
He's trying to turn into a dad is what's going on. I know it because they'll be expecting a kiddo here soon if I'm not mistaken.
And if you are mistaken, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Wiz.
Riley asking a great question. How were the teams determined? So they basically did like a draft just now where they basically had assigned 8 team captains, and then they kind of did like alternating on who gets to pick when, who, what, where, why. So all the teams were drafted today on site. I couldn't tell you specifically how they deemed the draft, but no one was murmuring in the room, so they must have found a pretty fair method to do so.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's very it's a very unique format, and
I'm just excited to see Will call his first ever game of team cricket.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest, guys. I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and keep quiet and let Nick do it.
So I will say Team Cricket, if you have never seen it before, it is one of those things where it's just very different as far as strategy. And we get to see very unique formats. I commentated one event of Team Cricket over in Bullshooter Europe, and that's the only reason I know anything about it, because that you should see my first game. I was like, so chat, you guys explain to me what's happening here. It was crazy.
Matt Mastretta, who ended up winning singles cricket, you have to wait and find out. How about that?
We're going to be releasing a bunch of different match clips there. So we recorded and commentated a bunch of matches still. We didn't stop working until the main events were over for the day.
Well, let's be fair here. We definitely stopped working at some point last night.
We stopped working once the main events were all done.
We got talked into
hanging out, having a good time.
I got talked into a little bit too much last night. Let's just be fair.
Well, I would have to...
Willie's paying for it this morning.
Guys, it's because you couldn't cope with the loss.
Gosh.
To this guy.
I was crying all night.
Vanessa talks here, just trying to get the score in line.
Yeah.
You can see this is going to be that freeze format, so the 440 for player 3 over there is a little alarming, as the other team could definitely get in range since Alex will not be taking this out. 2 big shots for Team B, which is Team 8. Could end up flipping this around here. So, you see right here, WizKid stepping into the line, knowing that a 180 here is massive, puts all the pressure on player 7 to get into freezing, get out of freezing range for the player 5 scoreline. And if you're having trouble keeping up with that, don't worry, so are we.
Yeah. 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 This is just crazy for me because I openly admit I'm more of a steel tip guy than a soft tip guy.
This is the most soft tip format.
And this is what is going on.
The only thing that would make this format more soft tip is if it was Fat Bull.
True. And I do like it that it's true double out at least, but
this will be fun.
It's interesting.
This will be fun here. So,
and another thing is this is single elimination. So
single elimination, winner take all. There's unless you're winning this whole event, 7 of these teams are walking away with nada. Well, one of these teams is walking away with a really big chunk of change. $5,000.
Woo.
$12.50 per player. You know what that buys you? New pair of Hey Dudes.
Hey. Nick needs a new pair. Gonna be a long walk home without them.
That's true. Single 16 for double top or 20 for double 18. Going for double top for the leg number 1, team number 1.
For those that didn't
Not
know,
yet.
Nick's little toe is hanging out of his shoe right now.
It's actually my big toe.
Okay, well, you admitted it. Your toe's hanging out of your shoe right now.
I'm going to be honest. People are used to me having shoe issues at tournaments.
Yes. That was a couple years ago at NDA Team Dart. All I heard the whole time was a bit of a flip-flop from a dress shoe.
Jesse here, trying to get the score brought on down. But right now, not really a freeze in play for the score sitting at 359, and you need a freeze because the other player is sitting at 32 here. Team number 1 looking like going first is going to be their advantage. Yeah, this is going to be a good shot, too. Look at JoJo. JoJo no Siwa. See that. That was a terrible.
That was absolutely atrocious, Nick.
That was god-awful.
That was awful.
And here's Vanessa Talks, who has been having a really solid weekend. I mean, her and Jalen Romero made quite the mixed doubles pair. She's been playing pretty good darts, but someone that's stepping up to the line right here might also be known for playing pretty good darts.
I'd say so. Just a little bit.
I'm going to Spellman's going to get mad at me here as they take leg number 1 for team number 1 here. You know what he told me last night? He's the guy at the blackjack table that doesn't play for the table. He says he sits to the far left, and he'll stand on the wrong things and he'll hit on the wrong things, and he doesn't care if it pisses off the table. And for how nice of a guy he is, I was flabbergasted, aloof at what I was hearing.
Yeah, he was having some fun last night. He was all over the place.
He was telling stories. That
Not like I should
No,
reiterate.
no, you're okay.
He was all over the place, and he was just practicing from the back of the line.
Oh yeah, no. So for context, they brought out a bunch of food for the players for no charge, and he was sitting there, and then all of a sudden, it's his equivocal to having like a cocktail in your hand, telling stories. For him, it was a chicken wing.
Yeah.
As he just started talking to us about different experiences over the years, and then like you look over, and you and I were playing some darts on the side. We look over, and Darren Auckland and Alex Spellman are throwing from the back of the players' box. It was a fun night. Everyone was having a good time. That was a crazy switch by Vanessa to switch to the double bowl there. Don Pilgrim, that is a travesty. You and Alex Spellman could go hang out at the blackjack table. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So this will be a little bit confusing with the score line because you don't really know who Team 1, Team 8 are, but we'll keep it there so you guys can at least have some line to go off of.
And if you guys want to know and want me to go over the player rosters for the teams, I won't. Or I can. Just know that one team is led by Alex, one team's led by Robbie, and actually technically the team captains are women, not men, for the record.
No.
But I'm just basing it off how they have it written here. So they wrote the first column is all the men, second column is all the men, third and fourth column is all the women. So that's just on the picture I'm looking at, if you're curious why I keep referring to teams one way or another. Alex Spellman referring to the Trip 20 as his... No, I can't say that. Loading it up there. Yeah, I was going to... Riley, that's pretty spot on. So this format is definitely inspired by like a summer showdown type of thing. I haven't played too much NATO myself, what I do know is that this format is definitely semi-inspired. We can definitely tell them to post that on their Facebook page for sure, the team list. It might be easier for some of you guys to follow along with. We'll let them know after this match. Obviously, we are going to sit here and cover the action.
Yeah, because, I mean, the format a little bit, I'll say that these matches will take a little bit of time, but being that it's a single elimination bracket, it's kind of tough to tell exactly how long this event could last.
Well,
it could only last a few hours. It could last.
There's 7 total matches being played in this whole event. Now, what we did decide was to they're going to put all the matches in the stream area, it looks like. So, pretty sure that is what they are doing there.
So you're going to have teams waiting.
No, because they're playing 2 of the 4 matches that can be playing in the first round. You see the one has one.
You're going to have breaks.
Well, that's just what they gave us, and we just try our best to bring you the action. Vanessa just catching left and right. Not going to be happy with that one. 33, the hard way. Everyone's looking around for JoJo. There she is.
Kind of tough to to know that, all right, I'm after this person too, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. On the bright side, the player numbers do stay consistent, so you just have to remember, okay, I'm player 3 in this format and stuff like that. But that's also why it's important to have a team captain, right? Robbie WizKid wants to bring this one down, knowing that Spellman's in close pursuit right behind. He's smiling and laughing, but that was a smile of frustration there, knowing that there's a good chance that Alex Spellman will leave a finish. Has not missed the dart yet. Did start off with a 180. He has now missed a dart. And will not leave a finish, so a little bit of a reprieve here.
He's human!
Oh my gosh!
He's human!
He's like the rest of us! Nothing makes you feel more bonded with somebody when you look at like Alex Spellman and you put him on this grand pedestal of like a North American treasure when you're just sitting there eating chicken wings with the guy and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you know what, maybe we're not too different after all.
You eat your chicken wings the same way I do.
No, he's way more calculated with his bites.
Yeah.
Of course he's precise, guys. Come on. You can see the scoring is definitely starting to pick up around the board here a little bit, equal out.
Mm-hmm.
We saw in leg number 1 where it was really one of the 4 score lines was well in front of the rest. God, I'm so excited for Team Cricket. I just want you to see it. I really am excited. For
I've seen it before, and I'm going to be like, all right, Nick, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick or run get a drink, okay? I'll be right back. Find something to do.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're calling me outside.
My dog left the oven on, guys. Carrie Ann can set up the first finish here. Let's see if she's able to do so. Yeah, she will be able to do so. More than likely. And I called it.
Leaves the 170. Leaves the 170.
Not exactly what I envisioned when I was making said call, but you know what? You teed up Alex Spellman with a finish on your A score line. And so that's the way you think about it, right? So it's really Alex and Carrie playing one doubles game together. It's Mike and JoJo playing one. Robbie and Vanessa, Harold and Jesse. That's how you have to think about it. And really you're just hoping that one of your teammates' score lines gets it done first. Or your own. The biggest thing about playing in a format like this is keeping the team camaraderie and spirits high. You got to make sure that, you guys are having a good time as a whole, especially because, let's be honest, the fact is it's hard to stay warm when there is literally 7 other people that play in between your turn. So you just have to make sure you have that full confidence and you're having a good time otherwise, which is more impressive when these players hit 180s knowing how many darts are in between.
Yeah, it's very difficult to maintain your rhythm here. But Spellman, for me, is going to be the one to watch here. Of course, he's probably your big name in the room, but we mentioned it last night. No matter what, Spellman just seems to be fairly good at doubles and triples formats because he just is able to pace himself very well.
Exactly, and that's just something you can't teach too easily. The fact that he always approaches the line with the same pace, the fact that he always takes that same amount of time to do the deep breath, to take his dart up to his face, and to execute on the throw, I mean, that is something that has truly been honed in through years of practice now. In fact, I yell at my roommate that I'm teaching darts right now is because he's always at the line. He has his arm up in the air while the remove dart screen is still going on. And I'm like, man, just stop doing that. Take your time. You have to control your pace a little bit because if someone takes too long pulling their darts out of the board, that's going to affect you. If the board has to takes an extra minute to click over, that's going to affect you. Just stop doing all that extra stuff. Pace yourself. Take your time, Padawan.
Braden says, why do we have to listen to that loser Will guy? Well, Braden, you think you'd be used to this at this point, considering we've been doing this for about 4 years now, and well, most of the time you got to deal with me because I'm the guy with the equipment. So
they don't call him Will the Thrill Stewart for nothing.
Man, it's like it's a new thing or something, man. It's like I'm brand new.
God dang it, Bobby! I tell you what.
That's pretty much how Braden talks. I'm just kidding.
That's brutal. Here we go. 75 is the look here. Trip 17 for double 12.
Yeah, and
or singable for double if you're really cool.
But a great position to be in here for that score line for Team 1.
Yeah, really, going 2-0 up and knowing that your team will have the darts on the next leg is huge. So you got to just try to take advantage of this moment. The other team here is going to try to get in on this. Now, your gut says trip 10 here to leave 40. You need to get a little bit lower in this format because freeze is still a factor.
Yeah.
So I'm personally thinking like, I don't know, like a trip 16 probably kind of play, maybe even lower, maybe even a
trip 16. What are you talking
trip
about?
18.
54.
I meant to say trip 18. 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 Guys, I meant to say trip 18. Guys, I meant to say trip 18.
But say you want to get this down. You want to go 48 or 54, Nick, to leave 16.
Oh, now you're an expert in this format, Mr. Soft Tipper. Now you're an expert. I misspeak one time.
Basic math.
It wasn't math. It was a misspeak.
No, it's
I knew what I was thinking. I knew the number 16 was in my head.
I got to get you one time before I'm just blown away in this next leg.
Oh, man. William. 7 for Bull. I think she hit her head there, and Alex Spellman just kind of shrugs in the background.
Go for it.
No, you should.
Go
Because,
for
again, it's freeze. You're trying to get low, and she almost popped it.
Look at the respect there shown from Robbie.
Well, 164 can't go, so he has to have a perfect round to set up and hope that Alex Spellman misses 3 clear at double 8.
You know what, though? Big shout out to Robbie. That's a New Jersey, and he's repping the old patch, man.
Yeah. He's always a big fan.
Yeah, well, it's like we posted a 9-darter for him, and he got all excited and stuff.
Yeah, he's
Double 8.
rocking the Maximum Precision Design jersey there. We'll give him a shout out. And Alex Spellman gets leg number 2.
So a 2-0 lead for team number 1. Pop's joining us from Goddard, Kansas. How's it going, Dad?
Dad, we're having a great time. I'm happy you're here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Here we go. Care Bear, Carrie Ann Johnson getting the start here in leg number 3. And this is getting into deep waters for Team 8. I mean, Robbie, Harold, Vanessa, Jesse, they're 2-0 down in a single elimination tournament.
That is a very difficult position to be in. Very difficult. And we're going to see what happens here.
Guys, I just got a picture. My mailbox is missing.
Oh, somebody took an old you know
Baseball
what that
bat?
is? That's a baseball bat.
I wouldn't blame them. We're terrible neighbors.
You know what you need to do? Fill that thing with cement. Put it back up.
Oh, man, that is funny.
You'll never have another person do that to you again.
Oh, look at that. We got your dad and my dad in chat at the same time. Guys, don't fight. We'll get along. I'm just kidding. My dad's saying, congrats on your victory, Nick Teixeira. Oh, thank you. Thank you. From one Dominic to another, it means a lot.
Barely a victory at that. Barely.
You want to talk about the other match last night, or do we want to move past it?
Hey.
Let's move past the dojo there, finding a trip 20 on the last start. Andy Douglas saying, hey, guys, good to see you yesterday. Glad to see you got the stream up and running again. Yeah, it was great to see you as always, my man, and hope to see you over in Plover here soon. Steve Hilger saying, what's up? I believe that's how he wanted us to read that. What's going on, Porky?
Hopefully Vegas is treating you well.
There's buffets. He's going to be doing well.
He's going to be doing well. Oh, that is a 28 from Alex Spellman.
WizKid has to attack this, right?
Yes.
He has to punish that by hitting a big round here. It doesn't have to be a ton 80. It needs to be a ton plus.
Oh,
There's the plus. No ton. Porky just says, buffets are great. Finds a trip 19 on the last. And here's the thing. I mean, it sounds rudimentary to say, but, I mean, you have to start to think, how can I play around the freeze here? How can I go ahead and make sure the other team doesn't get a shot? Ooh, Harold needs to find it. Get a cover shot in here. That scoreline's starting to get out of whack. Stay there. It doesn't collect. So now Carrie Ann going to have to continue to backpack Alex Spellman. It was a joke, guys. She has been playing well this weekend. I'm thoroughly impressed with her and her form. I'm excited to see where her darts continue to develop here. Finds a 121 there. Now he's like, yep, thank you, partner. Yep, thank you. Because, again, you're really thinking we're on a 4-man team, but we're really playing 2 doubles matches right now, and our job is to get our score low. Their job is to get their score low. Whoever takes it gets a little extra fist bump from the other teammates. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And, again, appreciate that you guys are hanging around, sticking around with us. Look forward to seeing all these match clips start to release across the next week here. As there will be a bunch of content on our platform coming up between the clips that we recorded and commentated here, all the stuff that's going to be happening at TOC. Just be on the lookout. Great things are happening, guys, and we're just happy to be part of it.
What has Spellman got for us? He's got to recover from that last round that he had.
Well, I mean, he hit a 28, but Carrie Ann hit a 121, right? So
it's all about the team camaraderie here. Someone's got to pick you up when you're not hitting your best. And look at this. That's a good recovery.
yeah, you hear the race car noises. 180.
There's a couple for him here so far in this match.
Yeah, it is. WizKid needs to try to collect here. First one makes it a little awkward to get all three in there. Yeah, and he's been pretty consistent. He's rolling his eyes because I think he's pretty much hit 80 points almost every single time, and almost every single time with a first start trip. $129 there, good shot. But can Harold just make sure that 527 gets brought down to the rest of the pack? I'm really looking for a ton plus here as it's starting to get out of sorts.
Yeah, you need it. You need it, especially in this current position. I mean, you're 2-0 down in this format. Best of 7 legs, so if Team 1 can get this, I mean, so tough to come back from. So tough to come back from, especially in the format. I mean, everybody's got to pick up the pace, not just one person. It's everybody's got to pick up the pace.
Alex Spellman and Carrie Ann's interactions are excellent, by the way.
Great.
I think they talked about a setup route beforehand. She threw shoot 12, and he just kind of throws his shoulders up. That was funny. Good stuff, guys. I appreciate the camaraderie. Camaraderie? Camaraderie.
Communication.
No. Trip one. But Nessa has been lighting up the trips. She really is just a millimeter off from having a way different kind of game. Let's see what JoJo's got for us here.
Oh, that's a great start. Oh, that's beautiful.
Another one.
Oh, Joe.
Alex. Oh, Carrie. They're all just having a good time. And that's the best part about playing a format like this is, players will always say that they like a four-man team. As an individual player, I'll say they're lying. But what they do like is the bonding experience and memories of playing with said team.
Yeah. I agree with you there. And back in it is Spellman.
And back to the action.
And back to the action. Yeah. Good 140. Team 1 looking promising here.
I gotta get my stretches and my calisthenics.
Oh, okay.
And Robbie, again, getting frustrated. That was 100, but he's basically collecting on a trip in the first 2 darts and just not able to convert the rest. This one might be a 3-0 to start off our day. Harold, it's getting hairy. He knows. He knows how detrimental the position currently is, and that's a good find on the last just in case. Even if Carrie Ann doesn't take 90, I mean, right now a freeze is absolutely in play and will continue to be in play as the 221 gets brought down. Oh, she's going to pop it. And 2. Carrie Ann Johnson, double 18. Can she sneak it in under the dart? No, but it's a good tee-up. I mean, you're leaving Alex Spellman on a preferred double. I would say you did just fine there. That is 2 missed match starts now for team number 1.
Leg darts.
No, that would put them 3-0 in a best of 7. That means that they need 4 legs. I lied. I'm thinking best of 5 still.
Sunday morning, folks. I hope you are enjoying it. I can't blame you, brother.
I was fully confident what I was
You
saying.
were fully
I even doubled
confident.
down.
You even doubled down on me, and I was like, okay. That math don't work, but.
Will's realizing how bad my counting is. I'm never
No,
going to go to
no.
a steel tip event again.
No, it's the Sunday blues, and especially after a few issues here and there with the internet and whatnot. We've been scrambling all weekend to make things work, and yeah, brains are shot, but we're still going.
They were shot before it. Don't worry, guys. As this is a 3-0 lead now for team number 1 here over team 8. All right, guys. I don't hear any ducks. Let's go ahead and get in to our next round here.
This is where things get interesting, folks.
Team cricket time, folks. Alex, someone's looking at that like, what is this
Yeah,
screen?
he just looked at it as in, I don't know what we're doing here.
So basically what happens is the first player, whoever goes up, which, again, we start with the ladies here, is you can't get points on number till both players close said number. So you see 1 and 3, so every other score line there.
Okay,
And so she stayed on the 20, and
she should have went down.
She couldn't have gotten any points there, correct?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So it's almost smart when you open up if you hit a triple
White horse
to
open.
move.
White horse open every time.
Look at this confusion. Look at this confusion already.
So right
this
now,
is gonna be
she's still
fun.
supposed to go trip 20 because it's still open.
This is so damn interesting.
Both players going first should start with the 20 and then 19s.
Look at Spellman already. He's already kind of mathing out a plan of attack here.
3 big singles is fine. You just need to get this close just in case. Because if not, player 4 can't actually get any points if player 3 doesn't close it, which is technically player 4, scoreline 3. Keep up, folks.
Hello.
So now you're staying on 20s. I think she slipped a little bit. Yeah. Okay. That first throw got away from her, but it's a happy accident.
So this gives way for Spellman to point on the 20s here.
Exactly.
He needs to close it first before he can get points. So we'll see it happen here. Yep. He'll stay right here.
And he's like, "So can I get the points now, guys?" And like, "Yes, come on, steel tip guy, keep up." So, yes, Spellman's saying, "Yeah, so can I go ahead and get the points to the number?" And they're like, "Yeah, Spellman, you can." He's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and hit 2 triples."
That was the worst.
And there you go.
And fills it up.
Off to
9
the
mark.
races. I love it.
Oh, look at him.
Cassie, this is exactly like the cricket in the Spain bull shooter.
I got it. I just got to see what's going on now.
We're gonna investigate on what's happening here, but this should be correct. Now, David's saying he should close that point. The logic behind that is if you actually start grabbing multiple numbers, you can set up your player going first to get points on more numbers here, as well as Stewart's just taking a seat, listening to this. You should get more wedges and let player 2 point. And see, that's probably correct, right? I mean, but every player here seems very uncomfortable with this format. A lot of them seems like they have not played team cricket, so they're going to go more traditional. They're going to think, okay, well, if I can get points on a number, I'm going to. But you're absolutely right. You get more real estate by having your player with the big gun grab multiple numbers. Now, guys, why would I jump out there and help him? Look at Will. He's sitting there. He's having time of his life. So WizKid, obviously no benefit in closing the 20s here. He needs to get the 18s. You have a player 3. The third score line already had the 18s closed. He's over trying to attack him. He needs to find at least 3. He needs to get this closed. Does not get it closed. So those marks are just going to be sitting there for a little bit, baking in the oven, hoping to come out crispy. And now we're going to be starting to close some more numbers over here. 19s, 18s, 17s, start attacking.
You can tell they're just a little confused with the
Game
format.
rules.
And Spellman is rightfully saying, I'd never played team cricket before, so I was like, can I open?
Yeah, and Trevor's actually making a great point here. Is one of the things you'll see possible is there's going to be moments where you walk up to the board and there's 0 shots and you have to just hit the button for your turn because you have nothing you can point on and because of the other score line on your team. There's a lot of interesting dichotomies here. You guys should have heard my Bullshooter Spain commentary. It was me learning for the first time really the full idiosyncrasies of the game. And right here, Harold should not be going at 18s. He cannot get points on him because Robbie did not close. He's going to stay, and he's going to realize it's worth 0 points.
Yep.
It was not closed. You have to close numbers. So right now, trip 19, and then you just keep moving on here. You need to get the 19s online for your team. It's a 400-point limit as well. This is a point-heavy game that you're supposed to be playing. 19s is the shot. Just trying to grab the 17s, but now the 17s nor 19s can effectively be used yet.
This is. You can tell why there's going to be some shots that they have no idea they're shooting wrong here.
Yeah, and Vanessa now is going to grab the 18s and get the close so they can start getting points on it. Gets 4 there. Carrie Ann needs to go ahead for the score line 2 to go ahead and get the 17s ready for the other part of her team. So they're going to try to grab 17s here.
Melanie, I'm here for the commentary on team cricket, something different that we don't typically see. Well, we're sorry. Because
I love how different this is. I like I said, I did a whole event of this. So she's just going down the line grabbing 18s here. Again, I think the shot here is 17s to get that other number, and that's exactly how I sound, to be fair. But that was pretty spot on.
It's very different. And you said they play it in the European bullshooter, which is, that just shows you, and they don't even really know how to play cricket over there, do they?
No, that's why they play team cricket. This is Mickey Mouse times 2, or Tiki Taki times 2. So now 19s and 18s is the grab for Spellman here. He gets to them effectively their first 3 numbers online. Spellman, 111 is not involved in this format of cricket as he grabs a single.
Once again, thank you folks for choosing to join us today for our coverage of the Filthy Assassin Darts Throwdown. William Stewart, alongside me is Mr. Nick Teixeira. We're happy to be live once again here.
And see, right now, WizKid's trying to make these 18s continue to work. And you absolutely should because you have the point lead, but you should also focus on trying to grab an extra number here. Don't go 20. You can't use 20. You can't use 20. Through the trip 20 doesn't count for anything. Right there, that dart probably should have been a trip 19 or a trip 17 there if you didn't want to stay on the 18s.
Yeah, you see that X and you think, okay, point, and nope.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different. Yeah, she just is going to regain the point lead. Good shot there from JoJo. You guys are enjoying this in chat, though, so that's all that matters right now. You guys are loving it.
Yeah, it is kind of cool to see everybody.
So after
like
Harold
this.
gets the point lead, he needs to start grabbing other numbers to set up his team so that way they don't get trapped. So he grabs a trip 18. I would grab a 19 here. You can close out the 20s by hitting a trip 20 right now as well. That's your other option. And that's a good close, but here's the problem, is that because they have marks on the 19, 18, 17, there's a good chance they're going to get another number right here. 2 18s closes out the 18s for everybody. So right now the shot should be trip 19 first. There you go. Get the close. No, so 19s are not online, and now the momentum is shifted to team number 8? 1? 1. 8.
That's team number 8. Team number 8, yep.
Boy.
Oh, man, this is
You're loving this one, aren't you?
This is kind of a nightmare at the same time because we're trying to feed you so much information because we know there's a little confusion from you guys as well as us, to be fair. Well, me and the players somewhat.
17s is the shot here. It's the only thing. 17, 16, 15 are the only things that she can shoot at right now. If she shoots at 17, she can point on them. Now, Will, imagine me not knowing that I was going to be Team Cricket for the for the format when I commentated Bullshooter Spain.
Oh, yeah.
And every players from different nationalities all over the country because they were all there for the World Cup Challenge, and everyone just over there, and all of them knew the right shots. I did it. It was crazy.
That is great.
The chat was coaching me for hours by myself, by the way. I was solo on it, so it was bad.
Hey, let's bring in a commentator that doesn't know Team Cricket.
Well, to be fair, I was mostly there for the World Cup, and then I was like, I'll do the other events. Why not? They also had a hammer cricket tournament as well.
Oh,
They love not normal
I
cricket.
don't know that one.
Hammer cricket's so fun. It's one of my favorite practice games. Alex Woman does get the 18s closed down. Single 19.
19 for sure.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. So you're getting it.
Yeah. Well, I knew that one just because of the closure there. And then they have the 2 quote-unquote house advantage.
So now Robbie needs to focus on getting trips in the corner pockets here, or Saddam closes because, again, their team is ahead, but they have no way to gain any more points at the moment.
Yep.
So he grabs the 19, over to the 17 is what he's doing here.
Oh, beautiful.
And then over to the 16 or 15.
There it is, a big yeah. Gosh dang it. We're done with that.
Oh, man. Oh, that's right, Cassie. You were in chat for that one. Appreciate that.
Everybody's going to be like, what was that? Because
Yeah, it was not
we did that a little bit too much yesterday when
we were loving it.
when we were not live.
So 19s and 17s is all JoJo's going to try to shoot at here. Get the points back. Clip that, says Andy. All right, now the player 3 scoreline. They can either choose to shut down the 17s or 19s or start getting points on the 16s or do a little bit of all 3. Let's see the approach from Harold. Harold said, let's get the 16s online first for more points. And now I would grab the 17s or 19s here. Tries to grab the 19s, only it's a single. Not happy with the release. Listen, we're playing team cricket here in a random format in Sturtevant, Wisconsin. The headphones aren't the problem.
I think one's fine. I do think you at least leave something open for you to communicate with the format you have currently. But
I agree, and I personally would never, as a player myself, play with headphones on, especially in a 4-man team. Mm-hmm. Especially in a 4-man team playing team cricket, to be fair. I was just giving you a hard time there, Dan.
Yeah, but, I mean, actually, I just wanted to check. The music is barely on, too, so that would be another reason for it. Honestly, could go a few decibels higher.
Oh, for sure.
That's why I opened the door. I was like, I don't think there's any music out there.
I will also say I've never been bothered by a partner wearing headphones, although I just personally myself wouldn't. She moves over to the 16. I think that dart kind of got away from her a little bit. I don't think she was intending on going for 16 based off her reaction there. Or maybe it was like an impulse switch and she wasn't happy with the result. 2 19s. 2 19s. You got to shoot the 2 19s. Because you also have to remember, this is going to last for so much longer on the ability now for the 19s to be pointed on. You're literally giving the other team 2 more opportunities to point on the 19s when you don't go for the close there because of how long it takes to get back to that scoreline.
And that's detrimental with this guy behind you.
You would think, but it was
normally,
only a 4.
Yeah, only a 4 kind of get away with it.
So now WizKid on the number 1 scoreline here, his only thing he can do is point on 16s or start grabbing 15s and bulls. And obviously he should be pointing here to enable more closes. Yeah, you're not wrong, Trevor. That's the other thing is you can sometimes only have darts where you just have to run up the score because there's no other eligible shot for you.
And it's a 400.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you will be forced to only points.
Holy cow. A 400-point advantage.
Oh, and it'll run up and then get depleted, too. People can come back from a 400-point deficit in this format because of the style of play.
This is redunculous.
So here we go.
Well,
Harold here, single 19, 2 17s there. Just get the close on both numbers. The other team will have nothing to point on if you hit this 3 mark. No 16s until you do the closes. 2 17s now. does that. Now you can start on the 15s here if you really want to. I think that's a good shot. 16s are also great. That's a great shot from Harold.
Gets him a striking number here, and that other team now
has to start hitting a 15 here.
Mm-hmm.
Has to get at least 3. No. What are you doing? Because now they can just go ahead and bed the 16s again before you have a chance to close. That close does nothing.
So you've got to transition over to the 15s.
Oh, Mr. Sunday. Yeah, that was my favorite. That was the Spain superstar over there. Let me tell you. There's this dude just wearing a hat in like Comic Sans font and just said Sunday on it. And he hits a single bull to win the game and shot at like a 2.8, and he points right to the camera. And I was like, this guy's the coolest guy ever. I believe he was from the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, there we go.
So, yeah, 216s gets a close on it, but you really need to start the 15s here. Because right now your team is down in points. And there's a lot of bulls needed. Your team needs 6 total bulls, 3 per score.
She's committed there and goes ahead, and we're even Stevens on the houses.
Here's the thing. If Jessie gets 3 15s here, they're in great position. If she doesn't, it might be detrimental. This is going to be detrimental. So now Alex here is just going to grab his only shot he can shoot here is trip 15, double bull, single bull, by the way. So now he has to go to the bulls. Yep. Nope, you can't do that, Alex. You can't do that, Alex. And you can see Carrie yells in the background. It's not closed, so he just wasted the dart.
Hey, but you know what? Good on Carrie to jump up out of her seat and yell at Alex Spellman, "You're close!"
No, and he's like, thank you. He's happy about her saying that because he got a double bull on that last start instead.
You can tell Spellman's a little bit ticked off, but at the same time, that takes guts to yell at a person like Spellman.
No, I love it. No, that was great. And so that
the double doesn't matter on the back end.
Exactly.
It
That
only
was a
counts
shot
as
that
one.
Spellman was trying to shoot, but he didn't get his bulls closed now.
Yep.
So now here's the thing. JoJo gets a chance to bed the 15s, though, because they have the other half closed. You're
Yep,
starting to
so
get the hang of it, aren't you?
A little bit, but it's still.
Oh, this could be huge.
You can easily throw out a wrong number by accident because
it's
you're just
very
used
easy.
yeah.
Oh, what a 7 mark there.
That's huge.
Because now the other team still has a game shot. Trip 15, double bull, single bull is a game shot here for Harold, by the way.
It's a doozy of a check, but
Team Crit gets such a good palate cleanser, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
It
just
just
different.
it feels fresh.
It's different.
Feels
man.
fresh. There you go. Double bull, single bull for the win. Not going to go. But the other team can't point. The only shot available now is 3 bulls. So look at this. This is where it gets really weird, right? They need to hit 3 bulls here on this shot. The other team will have to hit the button, and then it goes back. 3 bulls has to get hit, though. Or, sorry, excuse me, 1 bull. I forgot which scoreline we were on. 1 bull. He doesn't collect 1 bull. It's handed back over. Player 2 can't shoot anything.
So it'll be
They're just going to hit the
a
button.
tap. Yep. You can't do anything.
The only thing that can get hit here by Carrie Ann is 3 bulls. And then it gets handed back over for another game-winning opportunity for 3 bulls. Keep up, everybody.
Wow.
This is so fun. I love it. Again, not every day, but every once or twice a year, I love seeing this game. Can we just get rid of the 7-on-1 games and just play this the whole time? I'm having fun with it. Although it is a very long game format. Does only get 1 bull there. So hand it over. You can see the scoreline number 3 for Team B, which is really Team 8. 3 bulls. Keep up.
How do you not know this?
Yeah, guys, this is basic.
It's basic knowledge.
So now Spellman, his only dart here is just a single bull. That's all he can throw.
And that's unfortunate that he's ended up in this position because Spellman is the guy that could rattle off multiple, but you're in a deficit spot. So
now he hits that. The other team also hits the button here because they can't shoot anything on the scoreline number 1. So
And
just
Spellman doesn't realize that. He has no idea
So it's
of
gonna
knowing.
it's going to be a button push.
Yep.
So now 3 bulls for the win here for JoJo because the bulls are closed now.
Yep.
She did hit the 715s. She's been clutch.
And just that was not intentional by Alex just to walk away
No,
by
it
any
wasn't.
means.
He doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
barely know what's happening. Double bull for the match. No.
Oh.
And now 2 bulls for the game. Spellman looks absolutely exhausted. His brain is doing overtime trying to optimize strategies right now.
It's the combination of it has been a long weekend, and then you combine the fact that you're kind of thrown for a loop here in your first ever team cricket match.
I'm surprised that nobody was practicing it before it got started. One more bull for the game. Oh, hold on. Has to go. It does. Team 8 is on the board here. Guys, I know we make a lot of Alex Spellman content, but God, I really want Spellman reacting to Team Cricket to be a compilation.
Wait, what? What?
What
I can
is
point,
happening?
right?
Oh, man. He looks like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, like looking around the house, like with his hands up. Here we go.
Look, it's the land of make-believe.
The format reverts back to 3 games of 701 now.
Yeah, so it's just the one kicker in the middle. It's not. We're not going to see that team cricket other than that one leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is all right. I'll be the one to say it. They should have done at least one less 501 or 701 and added another one in there.
I agree. I don't think I understand fully why we would run 6 games of one game of cricket.
I think you should at least.
If you're going to do a combo format, make it a combo format. But in either case, Will's way better at math than me, so we're back, baby. We're so back. Trevor, you're not wrong. It really does kind of take the Spellman advantage out of the game. Although, here's the thing. Next time we see them play that format, if they get through this match, Spellman's not going to make that same mistake twice, right? He's going to know, okay, I'm going to go for the white horse. I'm going to just try to get as many marks on the board as possible.
Yep.
But you're right. It does absolutely slow down one player running away from the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a true team effort here on the team cricket.
And again, I like it as a one-off palate cleanser every now and again type thing.
Yeah.
If I played that tournament in, tournament out, I'd be so annoyed. But every now and again, I think it's actually really fun.
Yeah, I think I could enjoy that. The team, anytime you're in a team setting, I've played a WDF World Cup style match, and that's where you have eight people on your team, and man, is that interesting just because you really get that camaraderie behind you. You really get the people that want to see you succeed, and they're cheering you on, and so on and so forth. So,
oh, certainly the case. And again, I would say there's probably no other game other than team cricket where someone will just yell at Alex Spellman, "You're shooting the wrong shot." I love it.
Thomas said, "I already said that, Will. Dude, I don't know what you said because half the time I don't even look at the chat. So, just to be completely honest there."
I'm the chat transpirer.
Yeah, that's over on Nick's side of the.
Well, because I'm hashtag man of the people, baby. Woohoo!
I don't know about that, Nick.
I'm a man of the people. I give the people what they want. They wanted to see the NDA mustache shave live stream. They got that. Oh, look at this shot here. Jesse collecting on a 101. Yeah, Trevor, you're not wrong. It is very frustrating the first time you play it, though. Ram, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, congrats on that big win the other night there against Leonard. The Battle of Houston goes the way of the good guys.
Wow, don't let Leonard hear you say that.
Listen, Leonard.
You know what?
Leonard and I have beef. We got beef now.
You got beef?
Yeah, he keeps making fun of my dancing.
Oh,
We got beef. Yeah,
bad.
okay. Is his that much better? Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's got rhythm.
I'm
but
jealous.
He at least knows what a bass is and can keep with beat.
No, I know what a bass is. It's not a good tasting fish.
Wow, folks. is the one and only Nick Teixeira.
Thank you, everybody. I'll be here for 14, 16 more hours. Here's the other thing, too, is that first match is where it will be confusing for these teams. And if anything, if you're these first two teams and the other two teams assuming that they haven't started yet, I don't know if they have or not. Assuming that they haven't, they're probably watching that and taking notes on the strategy. I'm sure the teams and team captains will have discussions about the team cricket so that mistake can't happen twice. You're not wrong, Graham. Only I would say something like that. Alex Bowman finding a 140. How boring. It's not a 180.
Still really.
This is a pretty even game.
Yeah, this is really neck and neck here.
It's flip-flopped, right? I mean, the A score line for Team 8 is going up against the B score line for Team 1. That is so hard to try to transpire. But basically, you can see two of the scores match on the corners and the other two corners, right? That means that the freeze is probably not in line yet, although this will help from WizKid finding a 140 of his own. This is going to be an interesting one because now the pressure is moved back over. Mike there does not collect on the proper triples. Oh, look at this. Jesse finding a 140 in there. Big shot. And now there's a lot of pressure because, again, you look at that player 7, player 3 score line over there on the left bottom corner, and they're well behind, and freeze is going to be coming into play more likely. Yes, guys, this is alternating start. I get it. Some of us prefer loser start. But this one is alternating start. I tried to help fix the format. I told them, hey, guys, it is loser start. And they said, no, Nick, that doesn't work twice.
Yeah, exactly. Cheat to win. Cheat to win. Nick Teixeira.
The better player won.
No, the better player definitely did not win. He got cheated and robbed. All right, JoJo, what do you got for us here? You got to pull this down a little bit.
Yeah, because this could easily become a 3-2 situation. And we will try to get you guys updates on the other matches and everything. And kind of see. It looks like the other one is still playing over there. Harold going to leave the first finish more than likely.
So, yeah, you mentioned it before. There'll only be 7 matches in this in total. So we'll get 2 and 2.
Yeah, so we're basically getting 2 first-round matches, both semis in the final, it sounds like, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Trevor saying I've never seen Alex sit down before between shots before this. Yeah, I mean, but you notice when it was about like 1 to 2 players away from him, he was standing back up.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go too crazy with it.
Well, you can say we talked about him being the guy that can really maintain and keep the same throw. Jamie Joe back there. She is bundled up like she's in Alaska.
What is going on? It's not that cold,
she
guys.
Brought the comforter from the hotel, said here. But anyway, yeah. We mentioned earlier about Spellman being just so able to really pace himself well, whether it's doubles or triples. But when you throw in an extra handful of people, and now it's 7 people in between your throw and the next time you come up, I mean, it's obviously playing a toll here. You're seeing him have moments of greatness, moments of not so good darts. He threw a 28, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, this 170 can't go. It is frozen, with the other scoreline being at 412 for the left-hand side. Just going to get this brought on down. And you can stay out there and just continue to check away here. 209 can't go for Vanessa. She's just going to continue to make sure this pressure, the freeze, does not defrost. Oh, how about this? Good shot there from Vanessa. Talked herself into a 140.
yeah, it looks like that. There is a few warm-up darts being had in the background as well, getting ready for their turn to play.
I'm curious the result of the other
I'm
match
kind of
there.
wanting to go check that as well. It was because it was
Yeah,
Scott.
yeah.
Team 4 versus what?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention
Okay.
to who was playing on the other one.
All
I know
right.
Romero's team was on there.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Jalen Romero and Scott's team 3 and 4.
Probably. So we'll check in on the other score line there. Double 16. Double 12. That's fine. Just reset here. Take your time with it. You got plenty of time. 130 cannot go for the other team. Just get yourself settled. And just leaves it on 12 there. Yeah, it gets it to 47 there. Not much you can do because that next dart on that score is going to be a trip 15 if it gets an opportunity. WizKid's going to just try to shut this one down here. Double 6. Double 3. And there we go. So now it is 3-2 in this one. 3-2. So here we go. Moving on to the next leg here. We have a good battle going on here as we're moving to the next leg. And Team 8 will get the start.
They played Scott's team. Scott, Jamie, Katie, and Bree. Trisha Romero won the match, so that would be
Team 5.
Team 5 of Andrew, Jesse Johnson, Trisha, and Wendy.
All right, there you go. So it's Team 5 over which team again?
Over Team 4.
Oh, there we go. So, yeah.
So what they did is they did Team 1, Team 8. It'll be Team 2 taking on Team 7. Team 3 taking on Team 6, and then 4 and 5. Yep.
Makes sense there.
Yep. And Katie did let us know. She threw a 180. And, of course,
And
we
she'll
were
let us
on-
know 100 more times.
we were on Spellman's match, of course. And she said, I looked at Spellman and said, I can hit him too. And he goes, I got 2.
That's good stuff there. Yes, the teams were basically randomly drawn. They randomly drew for captains, and then I think they kind of just auctioned off the players type of deal. All these players had to qualify through different Filthy Assassin events for this event here, so it was a pretty high caliber pool in that sense.
Did you get with Matthew here? He said, I'm not getting the confusion. Seems pretty straightforward to me. But there's definitely a little bit when you maybe have played this once or twice.
Well, here's where the real confusion
But
is.
once you kind of get one underneath your belt, I think you're good.
The team names don't really match what their actual team names are. No names for the individual players.
True.
On top of the fact that majority of players, we're used to commentating high-level, professional-level cricket, right?
Yeah.
And that strategy goes out the window when you get to team cricket. So that's what we're talking about. A little bit confusing there. It takes a minute to reset when you're spending 1,000 hours calling cricket and you spent 5 calling team cricket and 0 for Will. Now has a full 15 minutes in.
Jamie Doe ready to go. As she
They get set for
takes,
that next match.
Yeah, takes the blanket and the hoodie off to get ready.
Yeah, she's getting warmed up in the literal sense.
Yep.
Of course, Alex Bone finding his third 180 of the match here. Whew. Incredible given the format.
So that will be Garrett, Carl, Wanda, and Jamie Joe taking on Ethan, Chad, Nikki, and Bree on that second board.
And Jason asking, is in player 1 through 4 supposed to be female? So there's 2 females, 2 males on a team. Only 1 and 2 have to be female.
Yep.
Just the starting player for each team, not the starting player for each score line.
I think they can choose from there, can't they? How they
Yes.
kind of
So you can
stack
have
them
you
and
can go
and
like player 1 and 3 as a woman. You can go player or you can do 1 as a woman. You can alternate them. You can do a lot of different combinations. Gary Bear, Carrie Ann Johnson. Oh, I'm not going to be happy with that turn. Just the 55 on the visit.
too early to really swing one way. We're tight knit here in this leg.
Yeah, too close call. Also, it is 3-2 on the score line.
My bad.
Sorry about that. Let that one slip the mind there as we were having some Will out there to check on the results of the other match. Nick's over here just trying to remember how to count to 12. It's a lot of different things going on.
Randy says an hour in between shots and Spellman still hits 180. Yeah, he has had those moments. We've seen a couple not go his way, and he kind of ends up with a typical, like the rest of us, 28.
Yep. More relatable from Spellman for sure.
Yeah.
Whiskey here has been getting better throughout this match. He definitely he was here early, he was here early getting warm up, so it wasn't that. But I definitely think he took a little bit to get settled in this match. And we're seeing that here as he's going to go ahead and prove me so right by hitting a 123. This time I knew it was a 23 instead of a 21. I'm learning. Whoa.
Great time to fill 2 of those up, Spellman. Great time to get another.
And like a shot of Jaeger, you need to slam it.
Ugh. Ugh. Don't even get me started.
Jesse does not collect. Finding only 30 on the turn. A little bit of a reprieve here as Mike was just trying to get himself a good trip and some extra points here. Again, making sure that the score line up top is not going to get frozen. But only 47 in response. Bottom score lines are neck and neck. One big shot could change everything.
This is that big shot.
Woo! Woo!
Leaves herself at 143.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big setup because it's an eligible finish, and it puts all the pressure on Carrie to do the same now. She has to try to set up 100 to leave Alex the 160. Going to be tougher now. And now impossible. She knew it. She was shaking her head as she threw that last dart. I would have preferred her to resettle. It's very easy to get frustrated in between darts, but you don't want to break your eye line like that without doing a little bit of a reset. And Harold's definitely also heated up throughout this match. I think everybody was having a couple first game blues, especially with the long sits in between turns, and now they're all playing significantly better.
This would be something to make this 3-3 and go to a last leg decider.
The hard way.
Yeah.
And all came down to a couple bowls in team cricket, if you ask me. Jojo needs a solid scoring round here. That helps. Another one of those. 100 there. That is a solid scoring round. So the 143 will have a chance to go, but it keeps the 234 alive. Whiz Kid. Can he whiz can? He whiz. Can. Trip 17. He whiz cannot. Trip 10?
Yeah. He goes bull.
That's pretty cool.
I don't get how that. Well, I guess he double leaves you 16, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also he's thinking maybe just freeze format. He wants to bring it lower, but no real need in that particular scoreline. So, you know, I don't go of any mind on it. It definitely adds a dart for your partner to have to hit now, though. Oh, this could be interesting. Yeah, because now all of a sudden Mike here has an opportunity. $180 would freeze, or 171 would freeze, and that is not going to be enough here because you can now freeze the 40 as long as 41 doesn't bust. As you can see, the other team in the background doing a celebration together to get hyped up for the match. So you had 337. Oh no, she didn't freeze because she didn't hit a single 16.
Oh,
The 109
no.
can go by 3 points. Carrie Ann Johnson, to get the match done here, will have a shot. It ain't a bad one.
It's really not a bad one. She's kind of thinking how she wants to go about this. You can go 19 or 21st. She's going to go 19. 19 for triple 18, or that route.
Ooh,
This
boy.
is doable, really, really doable now. 12 for tops.
Look at Alex Spellman, nod of approval on his score mate right here. Carrie Ann Johnson. Oh!
She goes, really?
It was still a good shot. That looked like a Nick DeShare double 20, though. Nah, it was a good shot.
That would have been.
It
That
was a
would have been
great
in the.
shot.
That
Yeah,
would have been in the fat one down there by the triple one bed.
It wasn't that low.
Oh, it was,
No,
buddy.
it wasn't. I was sober when I played that match.
For those that don't know, he had a great opportunity at a 1-4-1 to book a finals place and had tops, and no.
And here's the thing, though. The 109 didn't go. This freeze, unless a 180 is hit, is going to be on. We don't need to talk about the 141. I'm going to change topics. I'm still thinking about it. I lost sleep last night because of it. Lost my shoe over it. Margaret Green saying, "Hi, Sean." Hello. Double 16 for the Whiz Kid. Whiz does.
There you go. 3-3. Wow, from the depths, man. From the depths.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to a diddle here. Because I believe they diddle on the last leg. No, it is. I thought it was diddle on the last leg. I'm pretty sure that's what I was
I
told.
would assume so.
I was told it was diddle on the last leg. But it's up to the players. And it seems like everyone's in agreement, so here we go. Oh, left and right there for Gary. Left and right there for Vanessa as well. We're starting off basically chalk.
Oh, JoJo has been. She's been a force here in this. In this one, look at that, a big 140.
Great
Done it a
shot.
few times already.
She's definitely playing really strong in this match. I mean, even her clutch round on the 15s earlier as well, the 715s. She's just not only collecting, she's collecting in timely moments. And 3 single 20s there for Harold. Alex Spellman going to try to Harold in some 20s.
JoJo's a former Team USA, loving the West Virginia gal. Oh, yep. That's a doozy there, Nick. Woo! You've already had a Celsius today. What was that?
3 more.
A little heart attack if you do 3 more.
Bet.
Hey, you can take the car and get this at 7, bro.
That's
Just
true.
saying. I'm just saying.
It's true, and maybe a car wash.
Yeah. Yeah. That too.
Oh, boy.
Well, Team 1 has a little bit of an advantage and is starting to spread a little bit wider.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Mike G there finding a 140. Sean Green saying, these are some official team names. Yeah, we said no team names here. You guys are 1 and 8 or A and B or 5 and 6 or whatever you want.
How are we gonna keep track of it? That's the thing.
Sean, can I just say your press release was phenomenal.
Although I was pretty sure that Team A and Team B would swap, we could probably keep it Team A and Team B because Alex's team has stayed on Team A the whole time.
Oh, the A stands for Team Alex?
I guess so.
No.
I guess so. In this essence, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, though, because they are different teams as far as the bracket's concerned. So Team A and Team B will show on the board screen regardless because of how this one's programmed, but this is technically team number 1 against team number 8 in this format. JoJo coming up. She's frustrated about it, but that's a happy accident. Bob Ross painted that one up. Gonna be just fine. That scoreline's still out in front of the rest of the pack, almost by 200 points versus player 4 here. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Spellman.
It would be a great time for 2 triples.
He's going to move off that.
Yeah, he doesn't like being above that triple like that. And there you go. 1, 3, 4.
Like the prophet Will Stewart said, going to find 2. So now Robbie. Going to have to just get a big one in here. Single one. You can see he does a full back off of the line there. And does collect on a 1-2-1 there. Good recovery from Robbie in a situation that could have easily gotten dire. Now moves over. Jesse's had up and down moments. This is a big one.
Yep. This is a big moment here indeed. And it's kind of an unfortunate one there as this gives way for Team 1 to gather that checkout opportunity first.
And Carey's going to be pretty keen to jump on this one, I feel like. Jump around. Uh-oh. And 9 follows with a 7. And not the fun cricket way of 9 following a 7. This is definitely getting squirrely towards the end of this leg.
It really is, yeah. It's a tense tense moment because you win, you continue on. You lose, you're done. No double elimination bracket here, folks. This is a single elimination format. So just a reminder of that one.
But here's the thing. The 47, if Harold doesn't collect a good round here, is still going to be starting to look a little dangerous for potential freeze opportunities here, depending on which team gets to an out first. Sean, you're trying to reinvent the wheel over there. Here's the format. It's get good and welcome to the Nick Teixeira Gauntlet.
This dude just really wants to be a part of the party, doesn't he?
No, Sean is a part of the party. What are you talking about? That's our boy. That's our boy.
No.
That's our boy.
He's a semi-decent player.
Now, why do we keep inviting Danny? I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's not even on the team this year. He's been done. He's retired.
Well, now who are you gonna pick for your teammate? Because he gets to pick.
Jen and
whose
I are the
teammate.
California gays.
Oh my gosh! If you want Jen, whatever.
Are we bringing in outsiders?
Apparently, because Danny's being brought in. He's not a commentator for this thing.
Okay, then I get Maloney.
Okay.
I like throwing doubles.
Okay, I'll take Chrissy Grimmel.
Oh, I like that. Good choice.
How about that?
How about them apples? Let's look at that. Mike does leave a finish at 148. Guys, we're going to be having some fun. With all the smack talk, we're going to be having some fun matches. And honestly, former TOC commentator. Okay, give me DJ Sayer. All right? That's true. That's
Yeah,
a former
could.
TOC commentator. Give me DJ Sayer.
You're not going to pick your man Gordon either, huh, Sean? Wow.
Yeah, you could have picked Gordon Dixon.
Wow.
Don Stewart. You know, yeah, give me Don.
Okay, so 209, 148 for this Team 1 score line. With the other team, especially that player 4 score line, player 8, that's 441. I mean, that's the one you circle here.
Yeah, this is pretty much getting set for Team 1 to kind of take this one away unless a big shot or two are hit and the winning doubles are missed. Sean, I'll fly him out just to prove a point. Let me make one thing clear. I will cheat the win. If that includes buying a PJ for a flight over,
You ain't
so be it.
lying. You cheat to win, that's for sure.
JoJo's trying to get settled in here. This is a big moment because she wants to just get this done, leave nothing to chance. She started at the trip 16, so the shot would have been trip 16, trip 20, double top if she were shooting at the 16s there. I would have probably just preferred the more traditional route of staying on the 20s or utilizing the 18s, but that's okay. Again, well out in front, so it does not matter the actual selection here.
I wonder where they're at in that other match as well. We'll have to get that information as soon as we decide a winner here. It looks like there is one leg at least done on that second board.
Be able to get the score lines here in just a moment on that one. I just hope we don't miss Team Cricket.
We're not going to miss Team Cricket. Don't you worry.
Just going to tee this one up.
Yeah.
Over on double 10. Honestly, I think I probably would have preferred him to tee up like a double 20 for double 20, only just because it gives Gary a slightly better shot. You don't want to accidentally set up a potential pull down to the double 15. That would be my only argument here. Because the freeze is in play, you can take a greedier shot like that. Oh, Nikki's on screen. That means her whole family's in chat. We appreciate that. As Terry says, I'm watching my niece, Nikki. Yeah, we're going to be able to jump over to that match just in a moment here, and we'll be able to get the niece on the big screen. 18 for double 16. Split it. Go for it. Yeah, he's tried to split it, although split it down and then divide it by 2.
It's okay. He gets it.
Calculated, just like he drafted up. Good stuff there. And, yeah, Team 8 of Robbie, Harold, Vanessa, and Jesse are eliminated. Alex, Mike G, Carrie, and JoJo move on to see another day.
That was an exciting opener here, folks. I'm glad we chose that one, too, because it went to a last leg decider. So really interesting stuff. But they're getting ready to go back up here on board number 2, I'm anticipating.
Yeah, that was a 3-0 up that turned into a last leg decider, and they barely prevented the Brazilian sweep.
I guess they maybe setting it up, I think, there.
Yeah, and also giving a chance for their team to clear the board. So Nikki Henshaw starting us off here.
Didn't see that was going to be the...
So game number 2, we only missed one leg. We'll figure out who won that first leg here in a second. Get that one checked out for you. So, Trevor saying, I wish we had a camera on all 4 matches game of team cricket. Yeah, we only missed one total game of team cricket, right? Because the first match did just finish up before the match we were covering did. 1-0 Garrett's team. All right. So that's going to be Garrett, Carl, Wanda, and Jamie Joe going up against Ethan, Chad, Nikki, and Bree. So there we go. And you can see teams 3 and 6 now getting up to the other board over there. That's going to be Cody, Ricky, Becky, and Lori going up against Jalen, Chip, Daniela, and Kayla. No, they're basically putting every so since there's only going to be 7 total matches played in this event, we said why not play them all at the bullpen?
Yeah, their next event, which is the Fear the Filth doubles, is at 2 p.m. So the way it's looking at it's 11:20 local time, so about an hour and 15 minutes for that full blown match that we just saw. So the timing shouldn't be too bad. I think you should end right before 2 or right around 2. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, and plus then we get better looks at these full matches here.
Yeah, it just kind of keeps you progressing, especially with the single elimination format. That's the key here. You're not gonna once you see one and they're out, they're done. You're not gonna see them the rest of the day. So
exactly. Garrett there does find the 1-2-5.
Does find the 1-2-5. That was a robotic voice from you there, bud.
Well, it's the transatlantic accent.
That's it, the transatlantic. Well, we're all here.
Well, coming up the line here.
An old tin can box, pretty much. Yeah, tin can box. Yeah. Is that? I don't know how they. The old microphones. We should just call it that.
I was just gonna see if you kept going. I was
Yeah,
hoping you
that
had
was
more
bad.
to say on that.
That was bad.
I was listening. I was enthralled.
Well, Jamie Joe.
Jamie, don't you know? She got the pink socks on today.
Yeah, she's definitely a sock person.
She is, except for on Friday where she didn't wear socks. I'm like, bro, how are you going to be the sock girl and then not wear socks? And she felt so bad that every day since she's come up to me to let me know what socks she is wearing. Not like that. Here's Wanda stepping up to the line here.
She does have a boot on, as in like a walking boot.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't just say boot. And
No,
get away with
I
it.
don't think people were assuming it was a cowboy, like
No,
a singular
no,
cowboy
no.
boot.
So she is actually playing with that on. So that can kind of maybe throw you off a little bit if it's fairly new injury and what have you.
Fair enough. And Matt does say, I was commenting on the players' confusion, not yours. You guys explained it quite well, referring to the team cricket from earlier.
No, Nick explains it quite well.
No, I'll let you put your name on the report there and get your credit with the teacher. But yeah, no. And to be fair, to justify the players a little bit here, to be fair, I really feel like they should have probably just played a warm-up game of it, got a little bit more settled in. But it's one of those, oh, we played cricket before, and I don't think they realize that team cricket is not every player on the same score, but the split score team cricket. I think they just weren't quite ready for that.
Garrett with one of his 47 logos on his shirt.
Yeah, he's trying to collect them all like Pokemon cards here.
He's laughing at these ladies that were.
He's like, how am I getting heckled by 2 other teams in a match that they're not even in? And he's still going to find a triple. He said, keep heckling, ladies. Keep heckling.
Good find. Good find. Look at he's still talking. Gave him a extra triple 20. You don't want to do that one. There is Bree. Only 25 for her. So right now this Team 2 scoreline looks a little more promising than the Team 7 scoreline of Ethan, Chad, Nikki, and Bree.
Yeah, it's one of those things, too, where 701 with this many players, it just takes a while, right? So it's easy to find yourself in these moments as a player or as a viewer where there's these big lulls in the middle, and you're like, all right, the beginning's pretty crazy, the end's pretty crazy, and then the middle gets a little dicey. It's just so hard to stay fully locked in and focused that whole time. Also, I'm not a big ban the bump one way or the other kind of guy, but there's too many people to fist bump, Wanda. She almost nails in that trip 20 going a little bit to the left. So now Ethan up here.
Yeah, you can see how Chad wants no part of it. He's over there in his own world. Like, nah, don't touch my hand.
Chad is hilarious, man. That's a funny guy.
Remember when you remember the smock?
What's
What's the smock?
I didn't know it was his last name because, like, the smock implies that it's like there's some quantitative thing. Unless there's other smocks and he was trying to identify that he is the best one in the family tree. I just saw the smock and I was like, oh, smock this, smock that. Like, I don't know.
He is rocking the crazy booyah darts. Get up that old retro bowling kind of theme to it. I like it.
Yeah. It makes me think of, like, eating a lukewarm slice of pizza at a bowling alley vibe.
Back in the 90s, yeah.
I was born in 98.
Jeez, Nick, when you say that, it changes things.
Garrett Rakowski. Would have preferred him to utilize the bull on that last start there to just leave the guaranteed finish. I think he's kind of thinking that to himself there. Scoreline just out in front, so it is inconsequential because player 8, player 6 cannot leave outs in this visit here. That was Brianna Osserholt. Played with Alex Spellman last night in the mixed doubles. Fell just shy and getting double dipped by Garrett Rakowski and Trisha Romero, winning both of the mixed double events.
If you're Nikki, you've got to have a good round here. And that, right off the bat, not going to do. She can tell she feels uncomfortable. She does not like that pillar.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the pillar. I can't see Ethan. He's hiding.
Yeah, she can't stand that pillar.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we didn't really kind of realize how in the way it was until it was.
It's just to. We'll give you an overhead view here in just a second.
Hold on.
Look at this from Wanda.
Oh, she's like, I missed that one?
Okay, so that's how, I mean, there's 3 feet there. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah,
But
you have enough space.
Nikki walks in from that side into the board. She doesn't typically walk directly to the line.
Well,
She likes to walk from the side in.
And on top of that, I mean, you and I, when we were playing on that board, we're big on exit to the right because of the cameras, right? We just kind of think about that, and it's pretty traditional to do. And when you exit to the right there, you have to maneuver around the pole a little bit, not as much walking space. Again, not actually an issue. It becomes an issue when you're playing 4-on-4. It gets to 160. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff so far. As right now, it looks like Team 2 is going to go ahead and grab this leg as well, barring something crazy happening.
And that other match still hasn't got underway yet, which is kind of dumbfounding to me.
They're like hanging out. It's Wisconsin.
Yeah, but let's be honest. They should be ready to go and going.
Well,
You got to be prepared for that one.
yeah, I agree. Double 20. Does get it done. Good job from Garrett Rukowski. 41.64 for the gentleman. That's more than the other three scores coming up combined.
Look, we even get a family member that says, yeah, she hates that pillar, or the pillar. So she's obviously talked about it to somebody.
Well, here's how we make the pillar better. We just put a picture of Will Stewart's face. We print it out,
my gosh.
put it right on the pillar. So wanting to get things going here. Right now, a 2-0 lead in this one. Very reminiscent of the last match so far, where one team is out in front, then the other team swings around, where the team cricket was really the game changer there.
You can see she's trying to concentrate, take a big, deep breath there.
Here we go, player 3. Coming up here, Carl, the man that hit a 6-dart 3-on-1 leg against me. Not very nice, Carl.
Won that blind draw with Alex Spellman. Oh, boy. What a good shot that is. I thought he may fill it up.
So now Ethan's just going to try to respond in suit. You can see he holds the dart pretty much perpendicular, and then right when it gets his eye, he starts to turn it in, but he doesn't turn it in fully. Murkowski not able to collect on any triples there. As Kristen Dawson says, there you go, baby, for Carl. If you guys are curious, the Smock is listening to Ozzy Osbourne. If you were wondering how I know that, I don't.
But it's got to be it, right?
It's got to be it. I feel like he's on the crazy train. How about a 140 there? We get a big celebration on that one. She says, finally, give it to me. But now Bree's going to be under some pressure. She needs to collect on this turn. And she will collect with a 133.
Good time for another couple triples there, Wanda.
She won some, too. I would agree. You can see she's definitely struggling a little bit in this leg, getting built up by the fact that the player 3 score line is just out in front here.
Yeah, this is Not the typical Nikki we see on our streaming board. There you go. Good find with the last.
Again, it's really hard to just stay warm with that many darts in between. It's not like you can go play in a sideboard in between rounds.
Yeah.
That's a big no-no. The only thing you can do between rounds is sit there, watch, and pray. Maybe have a bush latte. Bush. Ethan looking frustrated. He really has been wanting to collect and hasn't been able to do so yet. But Garrett needs a redeemer here.
Yeah, you can see the back and forth here on this 0-1 score line. But things are going to heat up here in this next leg with that Team Cricket being thrown at us again.
Well, I mean, that was a great shot there from Cotton Eye Jamie Joe. That's good, right?
Got
that go. Where'd it come from? Where'd it go? And really, honestly, Jamie Joe and Bree are kind of leading the pack here in the scoring power. As we see both of them hit 10 pluses in this match so far. Wanda said, I want to join that club. Get me in on it. And gets a 1-2-5. So what will Nikki do in this scenario? Just having some breakfast. 26 on the score. So now this 276. Obviously, Carl's going to want to leave a finish with a 140 to leave the 136. But if he just brings it down, should do its part. Oh, might be even better than a 136. It will not. It'll actually be a 155 on the look there.
Look at Chad.
Dude. Someone push him right now. He's doing that on his tippy toes.
Yeah. Former catcher, Chad Smock. Hey, better.
Swing, better, swing for the 140. Nate says, check Garrett in the back. Yeah, Garrett's been really funny in between turns. He's standing perfectly in frame 2 to like just be our reaction. Garrett is representing the audience here based off his reactions. That's you guys. That's your representative back there. Outshot available for 155.
Yeah, this is a good position to be in for Jamie Joe.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Jamie I. Joe?
I'm so upset that actually does work.
it's all syllables, baby. Look at this from Bree, though. Oh, there you go. Still a great 1-2-3. She started off with a 1-3-3 to get this match going. She is throwing some good darts right now.
I love how Sean doesn't even know how to properly put his channel in the chat. TTP stream, and I had to think about that one. I was like, is that a new streaming company?
Yeah,
No, To The Point Streaming.
Listen, they get acronyms because they're to the point. They're very direct over there. Nikki does not collect on the number she wants. Carl undefeated against Nick Teixeira, undefeated against 105s.
Oh, man. He goes 15 for double 15.
That's insane.
Not my ideal
Yeah, that's insane.
look there.
You lost me there, Carl, but that's okay. Sean, you can self-promote. You share this, man.
You wear that on our stream all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can promote. What are you talking about? No, you say, hey, guys, go ahead and leave here to go to our stream. That's different. But no.
No, you're
guys,
good.
go support the Siege over at To The Point Streaming over here. I'll do an ad stream.
We'll just do it for you.
Yeah. To The Point Streaming, great Indiana-based streaming company where they pick matches each week where they had the great players such as such as Nick Teixeira, Jacob Davidson, and make sure to tune in and support them. Tuesday nights,
You've never
9 p.m. Eastern.
You've never won on there, have you?
No, but I didn't go winless. I lost 8-1. To the Point Streaming.
To the.
Hawk to the.
All right, here we go. Put this one away for a 3-0 scoreline.
Are you the filthiest of the assassins, Jamie Joe? Oh, goes inside.
Yeah, floats it inside.
140 can't go, though. It is frozen. Here we go. Single 14. I'm just excited for this next game. Next game gets Team Cricket. I love it. I love Team Cricket so much. Guys, it's my favorite. 18 for double 18. She almost busted on the first start there. Wants to collect. So 186. You need to find a big shot here.
Yeah.
Because you have to set this score line up on the out and hope for some errors from the other team.
There you go, Nikki.
She's like, I'm done with the 20s and 19s. Let's just try 17s.
Well, you can tell. It's kind of written on her face. She's not too pleased with how she's playing right now. Would like a little bit better performance, and now we're starting to see her strike. Just got to get comfortable with the surroundings, I think, and try to somewhat get comfortable with the 1 and 8
5
turns.
for double 5? Carl, you're a madman.
You're crazy.
You literally went out your way to leave 30, then went out your way to hit a double 5. You are an insane person, Carl.
At least he didn't go triple-double like I did the other day. That's just insane.
Yeah, just crazy. Insane. All my membrane was hurting there. Team Cricket time as it's 3-0 now in this one.
And we saw this in our last real streamed match, the one that really went to a decider. It was 3-0 to the and then we got to this point of Team Cricket and it just shifted on everything. So Nikki to lead us off. Let's see the confusion on the players' faces as they figure this format out. Look at Nikki. Look
smart.
at Nikki right after it, though. She knew switch after the first.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you have to do on the open here.
Look at this. Yeah, they're definitely.
So now, if I'm Wanda here, I'm starting 19 still. And the only reason I say that is because the 20s can get closed out, and that 3 mark can be nothing for the time being. The 19s are more impactful. So we'll see, because now 19s can't get pointed on by your team. You expect player 4 up here to go ahead and close these 20s and start getting points on them if they want. Honestly, you close 20s and 18s. You try to get 2 houses online and worry about the pointing after. Doesn't get it, so no harm, no foul. And Carl stepping up here, so you expect him to take advantage of the fact that the 20s are still able to be grabbed now. He's been in good form this weekend. And does find a trip in the last start to get 40 points on the board there for Team 2. Yeah, Sean, you're absolutely right. Playing in Bull Shooter Online Qualifiers really prepares you for this because you play Team Cricket in that format. If you played it before, it's a huge advantage. If you haven't, good luck figuring it out on the fly. You know, you're absolutely right because pretty much those NATO Bull Shooter Online Qualifiers are one of the only other big format you would see a Team Cricket game in. And the only reason I have any experience with it is because, again, of the Bull Shooter Europe Finals that I commentated, where I did not even know it was Team Cricket until it was starting. And then I was like, oh, that kind of Team Cricket. Oh. I mean, it's like the normal like NDA interpretation of Team Cricket. Gets the close. No. So Jamie Joe stepping up. Gonna just go ahead. I would go ahead and grab the 19s here. Get that online for your team as well. And then from there, I don't think you need to worry about any more points at this given moment. I would continue to run along the board here.
I'll be honest, this is a solid little team here on Team 2's numbers. I'm impressed with Wanda. Jamie Jo can do her part as well as Carl and Garrett.
Yeah. And Carl and Garrett, I like how they have the same beard, just years apart.
Years apart. That's actually I know Garrett's dad, but man, Carl may be.
It's kind of funny, right? I'm just saying.
Carl may be.
They stand kind of similar. They're both kind of stoic when they play a little bit.
I mean, just look at him. Look at him.
Oh, look at the comb from Garrett on the beard, too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Doing like a Dr. Evil with
yeah.
it. I love it. Oh, Garrett. He's like, what are they doing back there? So, Wanda here, I think you keep moving along the board. You start grabbing the 18s. Yeah, she agrees. Now you can grab points if you really want to, but you can only point on the 20. No dice. So now stay on the 18s here, it looks like. I would go ahead and grab the 20 as well, but you need to get both. Yeah, just grab the single 20. Go ahead and close them out. Oh, got away from him.
They're hooping and hollering on that next board over.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's the 19s. Over to the 18s.
Oh, no, she just has her earbuds in and is just yelling.
That's
That's what it is.
That's definitely a disadvantage of the earbuds for sure.
Doesn't realize she's actually physically yelling at him.
This is a tough moment here. You got to get some points on the 18s. You kind of blocked yourself out of them. He still finds a trip. That's a hard dart.
But you're still – it's a tough position right here because the 19s are available for points for Garrett. Does he take a shot with the last, maybe at an 18 to go ahead and close?
No, you start
goes
18.
first there. Okay.
Yeah, you got to start 18 there. Because, again, one player, so with the way this format is, when you have a Garrett and Carl, let's just presume that they're going to have the bigger firepower on the average turn. If that is the case, you want them on their turns to try to close as much as possible to then set up the other players to be able to be in pointing positions. 20s are gone now. But the damage was already done on the 20s. Jamie Joe, 2 18s here will be massive. There's one. There's two.
Back down for more points.
Yeah, you're going over to the 19s here. You can't go to the 17s if you're feeling froggy with it, knowing that the other team, again, can't point in this scenario for at least 6 darts. Or at least 4 darts, technically.
Yeah.
Jamie needs to grab these 17s over to the bull. All right. Interesting decision there. I'm not sure about that one. Bulls are way more impactful in this format just because of how they do take 2 darts to close instead of 1. So there could be a little bit of a, hey, I'm struggling on these numbers. Let's start to do a play on the Bulls. But I wonder I wonder about that one. I ponder. So Ethan looking for a redeem return here. Again, I advise starting 17s here. He's frustrated.
Yeah, one more for sure. So Carl,
He's been
17s here. Let's go ahead and
get her done.
try to close them. Go point now. Yeah.
And again, take advantage. It's a 400-point format. All 17s for the Smock. Yep, and then pops the single 19 after because he can't point yet, and then takes advantage of the bull, using the marks on the board effectively from that score line. Good shot there. So Garrett's shot here, single 17, and then honestly, you could load up the 19s. I would debatably advise kind of targeting their bull play that they're doing as well. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and finish getting his side done on the close-ups. Good shot.
Yeah, what a 7.
And now anybody that's shooting in that 4th position score can do damage on anything except the bulls right now. And big shot there. Bree finds a 6 mark on the 17s, but now the 17s can go away. I would just go ahead and pop 2 17s here because, again, that requires, at best, a trip from 2 different players before they could point again. Yeah, there you go. And I think I think you grab 16s here as well, so they can't even grab that number, and you force them to the 15s or bulls. And because they have 2 bulls, they should be considering going bulls from here. But look at Gary getting in there, giving her some coaching.
Yeah, just giving her a little advice on what he'd shoot.
Yeah, but he's too mean about how he gave her the advice. She got nervous.
Yeah, dude.
Gary Rakowski, known for being mean to women.
Super mean.
I'm just kidding.
That was absolutely. Clip that. Send it to Garrett.
Don't send that
Send
to
it to
Garrett.
Garrett.
Don't send that to Garrett. He's
He'll
one
be
of the nicest people in the entire planet.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick.
So, again, a little bit of a team debate happening in the background here just outside of view. If anything, I'm telling Wanda to either stay on the 19s all day or go ahead and pop the bulls because that's your only 2 options. I think I would prefer her to pop the bull. Nothing wrong with 19s, though. The only reason I say that is because, again, they have no eligible points on the other team here. And the player 4 scoreline should focus on getting those corner pockets touched up. You can just go ahead and force the hand where the other team just can't point anymore. Does Garrett know how to be mean? No. Unless you're playing against them. But even then, he's nice about it. Ethan in a little bit of a nightmare scenario, 1-2-5. So for anything here, Carl, get some 16s here. 2 16s. Over to the 15s. Oh, he decided to stay. I don't think there's any reason to stay there. Again, you have 2-point numbers. They have no wasted points.
Go ahead and.
Because, again, the only shots that Smock can do here is a 5 mark. That's the only thing he can shoot. Literally nothing else.
Well, I think Garrett's chatting back here, too. Yeah, I think he just told him, hey, probably should have went 15s there. Carl goes, oh, my bad. And no, you're all right. Give him a little knuckle and go about your
And Garrett should focus on knocking out this hat trick here. Yep, there he goes. One more bull. There we go. And back to the trip 19 because that's the only dart he can shoot now. Every other dart is ineligible now.
Yeah.
The only thing he can shoot right now is 19s.
Yep.
Well, I guess he could shoot 16s for points if he wants to. But he's going to prefer the 19s.
Yeah, because it's the higher wedge. I mean,
yeah.
And the reason for that, the 2 houses closed. So that 15s, that bull doesn't offer anything because the other team's or his teammates don't have that closed.
Look at you, professional
I'm just
team
doubling
cricket commentator.
Down. Just doubling down.
And now, just the 5 mark away from the win, Jamie Joe going to start these 15s here. Gets him closed. Over to the bulls. 3 bulls for the match win. Not going to go. Her instinct saying, you know what? Let's add some more points. And you know what? I like your instincts. Pushes the bull back. The only shot that she can do here is 2 16s, by the way.
Yeah.
And hits the button, which is frustrating. So the only thing that Wanda can do here is point, by the way. So she's not running up to be mean. She's like, really? I have to just keep running it up on him? And the answer is yes, Wanda, you have no other shots.
Yep, that's what you got to do.
This is where the game goes from insult to injury. She got a double 16 in there. Yeah, there she goes. Ethan needs to hit a hat trick here to give his team an outside opportunity so they can start scoring on the bulls. If he doesn't hit the 3 bulls here, this game's over. There's no other shots for the one score line to do until 3 bulls are hit. Yep. So now that means that they have to skip the button their next turn automatically, even if Carl doesn't hit the 3 bulls here. See, now this is some ticky-tacky darts. There's so many tic-tacs and toes. I'm just saying. Where's Troy? Get Troy from New Zealand back, even though it's like Monday there and he's probably at work.
Yeah, right. He probably is. And that's all you can do is push. So.
And all you can do here is point again.
Yep, exactly. So it's really.
Yeah, it's like, really? I'm going to have to
He's almost thinking.
You just
do I really
you might as well. I mean,
he has to.
There's nothing else for you to do until you. And now, once you're at the 400-point limit, that's when you continue to hit the button. But yeah, what else are you gonna do? If you want to protest it, go for the 11-14. You know, as they're now up by a significant point margin.
Yeah. Well, you can see the difference. That 400-point advantage, folks. That's not mistaken. You can go up to 400 here in this.
And Bree did not get the 2 bulls unless she hits a double. No. So the same scenario goes. Jamie Joe now 2 bulls for the match win here. Jamie Joe. Jamie, no. Thank you. Thank you very much. So just hit the button for Nikki's turn. And then back to the point game. 2 trips away from max score reach, so 2 trip 19s will do it.
She's going to hit the button.
Yeah, she's just going to hit the button. There's nothing wrong with that here.
No, I think that's a little respect and like, come on, do we really need to?
It's respect, but also in the same vein, I kind of just want to see the point limit get hit. Like, not like for against this team one way or the other. I just think I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever seen the 400-point limit get hit. And Ethan, again, just absolutely not feeling it and just not being able to collect in this match. Only 1 bull there. Again, a little bit of a nightmare scenario. Carl with 2 bulls here. Carl. We said no more pointing. Carl, who's our people?
I was not going there.
You weren't going with llamas with hats?
No. Why would I go llamas with hats? You definitely go Carl, as in like Billy
from Jimmy
Madison.
Neutron?
No, Billy Madison,
Like Carl.
Everybody
Weezer?
in the chat's gonna go Billy Madison on that,
Yeah,
rather
I
than
don't
whatever
expect him
you're
to go
saying.
llamas with hats or Jimmy Neutron, to be fair.
Oh my goodness. We got a good one from Ocho. He says, why do you guys play at electronic darts versus traditional method? Everybody's different, my guy.
And we play both.
So a lot of these guys do dabble in both steel tip and soft tip. It just, each tournament's different. It has a little bit different to offer. And chances are, I say this a lot, your soft tip tournaments have a good amount of money.
Cassie agrees with me, llamas with hats. Let's go. Have you ever seen llamas with hats?
No.
Yeah, you would hate it.
Yeah, I would.
1 bull. Doesn't go. But now the Bulls are closed. Guess what? We're going to start seeing some pointing on the other side of the affair. You never know. No, don't hit the button. No. She's like, don't you do it. I can finally hit the Bulls again. Hat trick, hat trick, hat trick, hat trick. Lots of Bulls needed. Yeah, there you go. Start chipping away. Chipping away.
Chipperoo.
Now here's the thing. If you're the other team, do you want to keep protesting and not hitting yeah, she's just going to go up and hit the button again. I don't know. I mean, you never know. We've seen some nervy things happen on this Bull so far. Ethan gets an opportunity, and Ethan's going to be frustrated because he's like, hey, couldn't close that Bull, and I bet he's going to hit 3 or 4 Bulls right here. There's one. There's one. Carl, stop messing around with it. Take it home for a 4-0 win. What has been a marathon of a format. Gets it done there, and you can see handshakes across the board, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
So what game did we just play?
Ocho, how about $30,000 up for grabs next week at TOC? Over $2.3 million in payouts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say just a little bit of money, buddy.
Well,
So calm down with your
he's
traditional
calm.
method.
He was just
I'm just kidding.
He's just
I'm
asking.
kidding. Yeah, he was. Because it's an honest question. Some people don't
in
know.
this event, it's $5,000, a winner take all for this one, and this is a more regionalized event, not a national event.
Yeah. We'll adjust our
So.
scoreboard or our sounds here. There we go.
And this is going to be Team 3 versus Team 6. So Team 6, you just saw throw right there. That is going to be Cody, Ricky, Becky, and Lori. And Team 3 will be Jalen, Chip, Daniela, and Kayla. Now, Ocho asking where can you sign up? Go over to dartstoc.com if you want to check out their program. Again, $2.3 million circa with a $900,000 main event. That's going to be a big one out there for soft tip darts. Of course, you also have NATO, NADO. You can always look them up for their Continental Cup or Continental finale. You got a bunch of different events over there. You see some of these EDC remote tournaments where you can play any bar, and those will run them for a couple $1,000s as well for some of their side events. So, yeah, a bunch of different places you can check it out, and we appreciate it. Hashtag love the darts because we are an individual dart streaming company, so we don't work for any particular circuit. We actually travel around, and personally, Will and I actually play more steel than anything else. So don't worry. We play the quote-unquote real darts, too.
It's 2-0 for Daniela's team.
2-0 for Team 3.
That top score line has been the one that...
Dude, we're here just in time for Team Cricket, too.
That is
so
it's perfect. It did kind of work out timing-wise.
It is also my favorite game of the format by far.
So maybe we are thankful that they halted just a little bit. Hey, guys, if you're in the area and want to get us coffee, just come on down. We'd love to do that.
Look at this. Kayla getting on 3-3. I will say, she has the most unique spelling of a first name for that pronunciation, by the way.
Right?
Cheola for Kayla.
That is very unique.
I just say Cody Cottrell's better half.
That's
easier.
That's the easier way to do it. Because I'm going to just let you know I would have not have attempted it that way, just looking at it.
I happen to know her well enough now. And also, to be fair, I messed it up plenty of times leading up. Park saying, can't believe y'all are still friends. We've always been friends. You have to remember that even when the wrestlers have their show beef, they always are really hanging out in the green room.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
Guys, he's so mad at me. He's so angry. He's so salty.
No. I will say, though, I bet you we have a moment between the next week or so because it's a quick turnaround for me and Nick. As I told him, I said, you should have just drove down with me because he's flying all the way back to Florida.
That's what Jeremy said to me. He's
Yeah.
like, why didn't you do that? I was like, well, you didn't think about it.
Yeah, so you're flying all the way back to Florida tomorrow,
At 5 a.m.
doing the CSC tomorrow night,
Yep.
and then right back to Kansas City
On Wednesday morning.
On Wednesday morning.
And then I'll be out there till Thursday?
the following Thursday.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm only there for 24 hours. I'm calling it, guys. I'm done. Look at Ricky Jackson. Beautiful beast he is. Mr. Tugboat, tugging along, tugging in a 180. Look at that.
Yeah, big stuff.
You can play with your own darts, Ocho. So yeah, you can. There was a shop on site here for Booyah Darts. But yeah, you can absolutely bring your own darts. They have certain requirements. So, for instance, on these boards, the max gram barrel weight is 20 grams. Although, what?
Is this a joke you're doing right now?
No.
Is this a jokey bit you're doing right now?
If you go to a bullshooter tournament, that's in the rules.
So
That's real.
They're gonna weigh your darts every time. Exactly. I guarantee you, there's more people that have higher darts than out there. Just saying.
The average soft tip player plays with either a 16 gram or 18 gram barrel.
Not anymore.
Survey the room right now.
Moving up.
$100.
Moving up.
$100. Let's survey the room.
Moving up.
Let's survey the room.
Moving up.
Let's survey. I'm sure. I throw a 19 gram barrel.
I think that what we just recently did like a little study on this, and you're starting to see more of the lower weight in steel tip and pushing the same weight in soft.
No, yeah.
So
I agree
just
with
a
you.
transition
But
between
the
two
boards
easier.
themselves, these boards are technically only certified for up to 20 gram barrels.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying you can't throw heavier ones, but that's when you start seeing segments chip and break because they're not used to the impact force.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they've got a lot better. Over the years.
Oh, absolutely. And you look at other company
segments
boards, and they have different types of segments that go heavier.